First and 10 at their 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And Hunter Renfrow has given them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season. And we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfrow. But I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking sideline, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot. Except the
and a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
In recent years, pass rush has been a problem for the Raiders. Just 21 sacks in 2020. That ranked 29th in the NFL. What they just did right there, a better example of what they're seeking.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football,
Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, here's Cannon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Third and goal, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 62 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies a big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over,
This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Give him 32 on the play.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On second and 12, Jackson flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 44 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On first down, Drake. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Play action to Drake, now Carr.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be checked down to Drake.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Drake. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Carr able to find Ruggs. That's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 30 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score.
CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Shotgun now for Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Carr. Caught on the right side by Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Carr going to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Flushed out right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 2nd down now. It's Cannon. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Drake.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders get a score closer.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
To throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete as well. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, now Carr.
Right back to Waller. He's got it this time.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Carr now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Carr, a handoff here to Drake.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. To throw his Carr. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Carr. Being chased out left.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
5 yards on the pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now a play fake. Carr. Here's a diving catch right side. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Play action. Now it's Carr. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. With the points that we've seen been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They go again with Cannon. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continues.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll run again with Cannon. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.